Hi class, I'm Mr. Shawver, and this is the 10th grade, and we are going over comprehensive health and physical education. So, for the learning outcomes and objectives of today's class, we will be understanding definition and meaning of personal agency. 2. Ability to separate the realm of decision making and realm of things an individual can change in specific situations. And 3. Understanding of different cultural contexts and identities that might shape personal decisions in different ways. Now, for the instructional sequence for whole group instruction and the activity slash strategy, the interactive Socrative lecture on the relationships between structure and agency in terms appropriate for 10th grade with a focus on the role of individual decision making. Other topics include what wellness means, growth, and development across high school and the move toward adulthood, what emotional maturity means and how it is related to growth, development, and wellness, and how cultural contexts influence views of all these components, including those related to national origin, culture, ethnicity, race, and social class. Now, for the purpose of this is to provide a conceptual framework for students to use in understanding the role of individual decision making for their growth and development towards wellness in all areas. Now, 3, how to introduce or models of the concept. Now, through the direct instruction, which many opportunities for students to answer this teacher's questions and ask their own questions, the teacher I provide an explanation of the framework in which teenagers make decisions. Now, for the pairing, for groups, we're going to pair and along with their interests. Pairings are based on their interests in an area of wellness with choice from physical, mental, and emotional. I ask students what their area of interest is from 3 major types of wellness and pairs on the basis of emotional maturity. Students will work together to create a list of choice areas in their chosen area of wellness, such as substances or alcohol in the physical area, and having sex / choosing to be in relationships in the mental or emotional areas. Now, how the group supports differentiation is that I will put students with the same interests together, also using the criteria of emotional maturity to form pairs so that each group can work at a compatible level of development. Gifted students with shared interests will be paired together, which can increase their social competence in discussing sensitive topics. Now, for the independent work, individual journaling, there will be an individual journal activity where students share in a private format how they see the ideas of personal decision making and wellness relating to their own lives. The prompt includes questions such as identity, one instance where you made a decision where that you knew would not be good for you, your physical, mental, or emotional health. How did you feel about it after? And what did you learn from this instance? Now, students can share something personal with an opportunity to reflect in relation to these key lesson ideas. Students with greater emotional and mental power and maturity can offer great insight and depth. Now, for differentiation in the curriculum model, students are differentiated on the basis of both interest and emotional maturity. The CHPE content area includes a substantial amount of information and conceptual material that might be difficult for lower maturity students. It also provides the opportunity to teach higher level and gifted students a conceptual framework that they can use to think about decision making in relation to wellness, psychosocial, and social skills can be seamlessly integrated into the curriculum as well as the way their core ideas and discussed in the model that I provide in doing this for students can talk about sensitive topics. The culturally responsive teaching model recognizes that students are strongly influenced by their cultures in relation to interests, norms, and values. This lesson reflects that the structures that shape decision making can be different based on culture and that there are different paths to wellness based on cultures. These cultures include national origin culture, ethnicity, race, and social class, growth and development towards wellness, and the role of individual decision making in pursuing it vary by culture and cultural combinations. First, gifted learners can take more from the whole group instruction because it has a strong theoretical component in the relationship between structure and agency. Second, they are paired based on interest, but also in relation to aptitude and advancement in the grouping activity. Third, they have an opportunity to use the individual journaling activity to offer a high depth of insight into their own decision making process in relation to structures and wellness. Now, for the assessment after the pairing activity, where students identify choice area or areas where they can control their decisions, such as whether to go to a party where there will be drinking, the teacher will evaluate the students' understanding of the relationship between structure or areas with no choice and agency. This is followed by a very short lecture style review of the key concepts of the entire class, perhaps with a handout for written support. For pairs whose list shows that they have less comprehension, this teacher can offer a prompt for the journal that involves a more basic task related to understanding decision making and context and the ways that this might vary by cultural context. Pairs whose list shows that they have greater comprehension, the I can offer the prompt above the journal. Now, what the assessment will reveal? Well, the teacher's assessment of the unwritten outcome of the paired activity will reveal which pairs of students have a comprehensive understanding of the key concepts related to a lesson. There might be errors in assessment of the comprehension of one or both members to the pairs, but hopefully this error is minimal since pairing is partially based on student advancement and emotional maturity. An interactive lecture style whole group instruction is appropriate for students in the 10th grade level for the CHP PE content area. Much of the instructional time will be spent doing physical activities in a gym other environment rather than a classroom. Providing students with a lecture style whole group instruction will be a change from the usual and offer a clear and straightforward way for the teacher to convey the information to the students. The activities that involve both a paired exercise and individual journaling allow for differentiation by interest, by ability advancement, which are appropriate for gifted learners, and also for allowing students to make some of their own choices in relation to a lesson on choice and decision making. They also allow students to explore their own cultures and the way these might influence how they can think about what they can control and what they cannot. Wellness is a popular topic these days, but much of this what the students may have been exposed to does not look at the ways that decisions are shaped by context and structures that students cannot control. At ages 15 and 16, teenagers know a lot and also don't know anything. Explaining these concepts directly and allowing students opportunities to use them together and individually with the focus on exploration provides significant way for students to learn. Thank you.